Snow cone mini one shot. If you're wondering, this is zombies. Two figures ran across the street towards the pharmacy with guns and knives on their belts, swaying as they ran side by side. See anything yet, Ochako? One of the figures asked his partner as they reached the store. Nothing yet, Deku. Let's get this over with, the other one said as she looked over in different directions. The door was locked, but the glass in a big window was broken, so getting inside for them wasn't a problem. Once inside, they looked around for medicine, food, and anything else that could be of any use to them. There's not much left, Deku. And what is left is a lot of medicine that's expired. Ochako looked at the expiration dates of some bottles. Just grab anything you can fit in your bag, we can sort it all out later, Izuku said, getting some bottles from underneath a cabinet. They cleaned out the store, taking whatever they saw and could fit. I think that everything. Ochako picked up her filled bag and swinging it over her shoulders. Alright, let's go out the usual way before any of them come. Izuku started to walk towards the back with Ochako following him from just behind. Do we have to go back immediately? Bakugo is going to be pissed that a lot of this stuff is expired, Ochako complained about one of the other survivors from their camp. You know it's not safe out here, Ochako. Besides, this will show him that we need to move on more than ever, Izuku explained to her. Izuku opened the back door, but a zombie was waiting on the other side and it pushed Izuku down to the floor. Deku. Ochako fetched her gun out and aimed at the zombie. Stop. You will alert more, Izuku warned her as he fought with the zombie. Ochako instead drew out a knife and she plunged it right through the zombie's skull, killing it. Izuku then rolled the zombie off of him and Ochako helped him to his feet. Are you alright? Ochako asked him, a bit worried. I'm fine. Come on, let's go. Izuku walked through the door and Ochako once again followed him closely. The journey back was mainly quiet. The two noticed a zombie or two, but since it was so few they were able to by without alerting it and without a need to put them down. Soon they came into the clearing of the gate of the community that they currently lived inside of. Hey, it's Midoriya and Uraraka. Open the gate immediately. A guard up on a watchtower notified the people on the ground inside the wall. I'm just a few seconds, the gate was already lifted and Ochako and Izuku made it in and then it was closed. Go ahead and report to Bakugo. He's in the usual spot. One of the gate guardians informed the pair, which they nodded to them. He was close by, as he had his own building just near the entrance. Bakugo were back. Izuku announced their presence. Wait a damn minute, you two. Bakugo yelled at them as there was another person in the building with black hair and glasses. And that's all for today, Bakugo. The man finished his talk with Bakugo. Good. Now how and get back up that damn tower and keep watch. Dismissed. Bakugo dismissed the man. He walked right by Ochako and Izuku without word or even sparing them a passing glance. Story continues below. Don't just stand there. Move your asses. Bakugo yelled at the two. They walked over and set down their bags before emptying the contents. What the fuck is this shit? More than half of this is expired. Bakugo looked through the bottles of all the medicine and food. We did what we could, Kachan. This was just about everything there was. We have to move on, Eve. Don't give me that bullshit, Deku. We are inside walls that protect us from those freaks. And this world is going to eventually run out of medicine anyway. Moving on, what change a fucking thing. We're staying here and that's it. Now get out right now. Bakugo ordered them to leave. Izuku and Ochako left without a word. Asshole, Ochako whispered after they left his building. He just cares, Ochako. You know that. Izuku tried to reassure her. I wish he could try to show that a bit more. Come on, let's get home. Eri is waiting for us. Ochako and Izuku walked all the way to their own house. Eri, are you here? Izuku called out. They heard a squeaking sound and they looked over at their closet and her head was peeking out. Is everything alright? Eri asked. Yes, it's alright. You can come out, Ochako assured her. Eri stepped out of the closet holding a small pistol that was completely loaded. She set it down on the table as she walked over to embrace her two adoption parents. I was worried about you too. I hide just like you said to do, Eri said after the quick hug. And you did a good job. Right now we need your help. Go get the stuff, alright? Izuku asked of her. Eri nodded and she headed to the kitchen. Deku, don't tell me. Yeah, Izuku held up his right hand which had a bite mark from the zombie earlier. His other hand was missing. Damn it. Sit down, Ochako ordered him to do. Izuku complied and he sat down on the couch. Eri came back holding a tray with a big knife, disinfectant, bandages, and a few other things and she set it down on the couch side table. Izuku made sure to take a pill so it wouldn't hurt as much. Go upstairs, sweetie. We will be up there to play with you, Ochako told Eri and she did as she was told. Good. I don't want her to see any blood or what the curse words I'm going to say either. Izuku leaned into the couch. We need to be more careful. What we did was reckless. Ochako grabbed the disinfectant, used it to get a cloth wet. I am glad it was me and not you. I can't imagine how I could go on without you, Ochako. Not in this world, that's so damned messed up, Izuku said, looking her in the eye. I know, she gave him a kiss before grabbing a knife. Are you ready? Ochako asked him. Do it, Izuku braced for the pain. Ochako cut off some bandages before she started. She then applied the disinfectant to his bite, making it sting. Ah, fuck. Izuku flinched in pain. Sorry. Are you alright? Ochako asked, taking the cloth off of his bite. I am fine. Don't stop, we have to do this. Quote dot. He told her to continue. Ochako placed the cloth back on, still making him flinch in pain. Damn it. I feel like this hurts more than the bite. He gritted his teeth together. Can you hold it in place for me? She asked of him. Izuku placed his hand on the cloth, keeping it in place. Ochako grabbed the stitches and needle and put it together. I'm sorry, Deku. This will hurt and you know we don't have anesthetic. Age apologized to him in advance. Let's just get it over with. He closed his eyes. Ochako took the cloth off and she began to stitch the wound together, getting it closed. Izuku had a lot of good vocabulary, but he was able to get through it. Alright, I'm done. But I need to check. She took off his shirt and looked at his shoulder. It's almost completely healed. It's going to leave a scar, but I don't think anyone will be able to tell it's a bite. You're lucky you're somehow immune, she said, observing his wound. Would have been nice to know before we chopped this off, Izuku joked, holding up his stub left arm. I'm sorry, Deku. It was all my fault. A tear rolled down her eye, remembering the first time he had gotten bit. Ochako, sit down. Izuku put his shirt back on as she sat down beside him. It's not your fault. Heck, if anything, you tried to save me when you did this. He held up his stub. But it didn't even matter. You turned out to be immune and you lost it for no But at the time it was the logical thing to do and you did what needed to be done. We didn't know and if I wasn't I would have died there. So please stop blaming yourself. Please, he begged of her. I'll try to. Ochako leaned her head on his shoulder and closed her eyes. Izuku took his right hand and pulled her closer, giving her head a peck as they rested together. We'll get through this, Ochako. I know it. Hey Eri. You can come downstairs, he called out, and an Eri came as soon as she heard. Is Daddy alright? Eri asked. Izuku had put a glove on so she couldn't see the damage. I'm just fine, Eri. Come lie down with us, he offered to her. Eri climbed up the couch and she lied down on top of Izuku and Ochako resting her head in Izuku's lap. I'm glad, she gave her parents a warning smile. I love you both, Ochako told them. I love you both as well, Eri said. I love you both much more, Izuku said. They laughed together. Even the end of the world couldn't keep them apart. Oh look, 2 updates in less than 4 days. Maybe now I can get back on track.